So I am still a little bit sick, but I got a lot of my voice back, and I really wanted to show you guys the brand new exclusive Dark Heritage from Vaders Sabers. Let's dig on in. Woo! This must be what hot flashes are like. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. I've watched this come together over the past year or so, maybe year and a half. I forgot the exact time when I saw the original version of this, but it's come a long way, and Russell over at Vaders Sabers did a fantastic job designing this whole lightsaber. It's got old parts that we're all familiar with. It's got that old Republic feel with that vibe of lightsabers we all love. Now, I do apologize. I'm still a little bit sick. I do have some of my voice back, a little hoarse, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys before, or at least by May 4th of this year, 2026, because this lightsaber has to be seen. So if at any point of this video you just happen to see background and I'm not here anymore, maybe call the ambulance. All right, so let's dig on into this bad boy. I don't want to wait any longer. Thank you all so much for stopping on in for a lightsaber review. Please drop on down, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you're notified every time I drop a new video. We've got lightsabers, collectibles, trips to toy cons, and a very special thank you to all of my YouTube channel members for your extra support. Thank you all so much. And a big thank you to the folks over at Vaders Sabers for sending this exclusive custom lightsaber on over for an unboxing. Let's dig on into this. Now, Vaders Sabers is located over in Apopka, Florida, not too far from Orlando. So if you happen to be stopping over at Galaxy's Edge, or you're in Orlando for a vacation, do swing over to their storefront. They do have a beautiful showcase with all of these things on display. You can try out some lightsabers from Anakin, Ahsoka. You can check out all of my lightsabers, which are the Duality, the Scrap Flex, the Shadowfall, all of your favorite characters from Star Wars, and now this absolute beauty called the Dark Heritage. And it's probably one of the best looking lightsabers I've seen come through here. Now, let's see what else we have in the box here, because this is a really, really nice presentation here. This is really cool. I actually haven't opened this yet, but I know what it is. This is like a really awesome poster. I'm actually gonna see if I can frame this in some way. But this thing is like a movie poster of it's got, look at this, you got the outline, the wire outline of the design of the saber. Got the logo down over here, Vaders Sabers over here. This is an awesome presentation. Now, you can even fold it in half and kind of look at all of the inspiration that this lightsaber has. So right here is actually, this is an image of the lightsaber in their showroom. And I'm assuming they have plaque number 1 over here. Now, if you pre-ordered this, they did 50 plaques with the folks over at Quest Design Canada. You guys know I love everything from Quest Design. I have tons of lightsaber stands and plaques and everything from those guys. Now, this lightsaber takes inspiration from Darth Vader, Ven Silo, Kyle Katarn, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is like such a cool little piece. Now, this reminds me of something that came with the box set, that limited edition Back to the Future box set, where it just came with tons of little things and pamphlets and photos and, you know, stuff like that. But I love when limited editions or specialties or exclusives come with a lot of little things just to kind of look at. And I just want to say, Russell, great job on this presentation. And right over here we have a couple of Vaders Saber stickers. We have a manual. This is actually a Profi, and I'm going to show you the Xeno copper core in this thing because, oh, that is sweet. This was the blade plug. Here's the blade plug. We actually have a really nice Darth Vader style blade plug. That blade plug is a great addition to the lightsaber. It really brings that whole thing together. And it looks like we have a microfiber wipe just to wipe this down, because this does have a lot of chrome parts. I'm probably gonna use this for my glasses. Oh, good God, I'm sweating my ass off. Whew. And then here's some stuff on the copper core, which I have right here. I'm going to show you with the copper core as well. And here we have a user guide for your Profi stuff. This is actually a Profi inside here. And then we have a couple of tools and our USB-C charging cable right here. Now, this I'll dig into a little bit further in a minute, but we have a little red wire here, just like Vader, if you wanted to pop the wire right onto the side there. So I'll show you that. I'll leave that over here. And then from my friends over at Quest Design, here is the plaque stand. And here, let me zoom in over here. And now here is the limited edition pre-order gold plaque from the folks over at Quest Design. I have number 3. And I kind of like the gold, you know, I'm so used to seeing the silver plaques from like 89 Sabers and the metal ones that come from LGT and TXQ, but a gold plaque, this really makes it feel different and special. Absolutely love this. Now let's get on into the nitty-gritty of this lightsaber and kind of see where some of these elements came from. A lot of this was inspired by the Van Xylo lightsaber, which I do not have. However, Russell did a video for this lightsaber. I'll link that down in the description if you want to check that out and get even some more information about this. Now let's just start at the top. Obviously, it's a Vader top. This whole section here is basically the whole top of the lightsaber of Vader here. Now, what's different about the Dark Heritage version is that Russell kind of got rid of the big square here at the front. So you can see that the regular Vader has that kind of square chunk on the front there. But he did keep the whole feel of this whole section here. You can even add in that little red wire over here, which is included in a little packet. So let me show you what that looks like with the wire in. And it's the same type of little red plug that comes with a lot of Vader lightsabers, which I'm sure you've seen. You just pop it right on in to these little pegs on the side. There you go. So you can see that kind of has a nice little feel to it as well. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it in. I like that. But on the top there, Vader did have this larger D-ring, and he swapped that out for this much more lower profile style D-ring on the top here. And really cool, the retention screw is the thumb screw here. Now this does get in there pretty nicely. So whatever you put in there, whatever blade, that's gonna hold in that blade. So this is a great little touch because you don't need any tools or anything. Moving on down to this section here is obviously Kyle Katarn. Now I've seen a couple of versions of Kyle's lightsaber here with these bars being brass, or these here, they're more just like aluminum. But I've seen a couple of versions, and what Russell did here is that he used the brass bars in that section here. So this right here, you could see, is the Kyle Katarn section. Very cool because it kind of gives it that element of a thin neck, yet it's still thick enough and has enough of support here that I wouldn't worry about banging this thing around, and you have some really good blade depth in here. It's got to be about 2 inches or so. So from the top, we're looking at, yeah, we got about 2 inches of blade that can get down in there. Now moving on down over here to this section here, I believe the activation switch on the Van Xylo was a little bit bigger, and the door on his version did not open, but this does open up to reveal the crystal chamber that's going to be under there. Right now you can see that we have just the regular core there, and you can see the LEDs coming out the side. I will show you with this core, this is the Profi core, and then we're going to swap that out for the Xeno V3 crystal chamber. That thing sounds insane in this lightsaber. Even according to Russell's video, that's one of his friends pointed out that this section here also has that Ezra feel. So you can see that whole kind of design inspiration there, even though I don't think it was on purpose. It just happened to be that by accident, I think he just kind of worked this element in here, and it just kind of had that same feel of Ezra. In the middle here, we obviously have Kenobi's grip section. So we have that whole grenade section as your midsection here on there, and this is actually one of my favorite kind of grip designs. I really like this grenade section here. It was always one of those details on Kenobi's lightsaber that always grabbed my eye, was that middle grip section there. So it's really cool to have them incorporated into other pieces of lightsabers. That it was just like a natural part that Jedi would just go into a drawer and grab and, you know, use for their sections, cut down and, you know, refurbish for whatever that they needed. So it's a really nice pullover from Kenobi here. Now, the awesome thing is that on this, we have this dual crystal here, which you can kind of see looks like an hourglass. Very cool, and that comes with every lightsaber. So that is, no matter what core you have in here, that is going to be there. So let's dig on into the core here. You can see it's the standard Profi cores. We have your Profi board right here, and we have your 18650 battery here and your USB-C charging port. Now let's swap this out for the copper core. Now, I did a full unboxing and everything on this core. This core is absolutely beautiful. This is a Xeno V3. And this thing just sounds incredible, as is, not even in anything. We've got the spinning crystal chamber right there in the middle. We've got the doors that'll open up. That way you can see the crystal chamber a little bit better. But let's just get this in here. Now, you just heard the Profi, and I'll do them side by side in some way. Maybe I'll just kind of cut back and forth, but listen to this thing. This thing has some nice tone. It's got some really nice bass. This whole section is vibrating. You can even hear some of it rattling. All right, so I'm going to do this. This is the copper Xeno V3. And this here is the Profi. Profi. Copper Xeno V3. Profi. Copper Xeno V3. So I'm hoping that you can hear through the video that there is a massive sound quality difference between the copper core Xeno V3 and the standard Profi board that comes with it. So here you'll have the spinning copper core on the inside along with the crystals on top there. These are standard, but that you'll get along with the copper core, which is so cool. So really quick before we swing this guy around and put a blade on, I just want to give you a weigh-in of what this is coming in at. We're looking at 1 pound, 12.2 ounces, or 801 grams. So this has a beautiful, beautiful feel, really nice weight to it. Let's toss in a blade. This copper Xeno core in here, it's like next level Xeno. It sounds way better than the Profi. Now, of course, this is a Xeno V3. You can use the Xeno Configurator app. You've seen it on the channel a million times. I'm not going to pull it out for this video because I kind of just want to flip through a few different fonts and everything so you can really hear what this Xeno core sounds like. And then I'll pop the Profi back in just so you have the comparison back and forth. Oh, I love blue. So nice. Oof.
New Horizon.
Nice. All right, let me swap back over to the Profi core. This thing just sounds amazing. Now we're back into the Profi core. Huge difference. Much, much thinner sound. Again, it kind of sounds like the core from the '89 Sabers Vaders hilts.
Feeling about this.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. The hilt does not vibrate with the Profi Core. That thing rattles this.
You are no Jedi!
Now, I'm loving all of the light shine through. Just like the duality, when I was designing that, I wanted a lot of light to come through. So you had the top bars, I had slices on the side, you had that middle section here, and the same thing with kind of everything that's going on here. The top over here, we have all of these holes all throughout the top, and then we've got the crystal chamber here, and then you can open this up and you have your LED lights kind of shining through there. So this has tons of light coming through everywhere. Looks really good. All right, my friends, that is about it. This lightsaber truly does speak for itself. Amazing, amazing job, Russell, over at Vaders Sabers. You did a fantastic job on this thing, man. Congratulations on this lightsaber. This is a beautiful work of art. Now, the Profi Core sounds just fine in this lightsaber, but if you definitely want to level that sound up to the best this thing can sound, then definitely look into that Xeno V3 copper core, because this thing is next level sound. All right, everybody, drop on down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the brand new Dark Heritage exclusive lightsaber over at Vaders Sabers. And while you're down there, do help me out. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so that you're notified every time I drop a new video. And a special thank you goes out to all of my YouTube channel members. You guys are all amazing. Thank you all so much for your extra support. All right, everybody, I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully I will not be sick anymore. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.